So my name is Natalie. I'm the founder and head behaviourist at Positive Dog Behaviour Consultancy. I specialise in working with reactivity and aggression cases, and the focus of that is terrier and hounds, although I do accept all breeds, but my sort of main area of interest is those problems within terriers and hounds. So that's the area that I work on most, and I've recently done a big change around actually in the way that I help clients through behaviour packages. So previous to the pandemic, everything I used to do was in person, except for the very rare occasion when it was a human aggression case, and it simply just was not advisable to put the dog under that kind of stress by me going to see them. However, pandemic changed everything, didn't it? It's changed the world, it's changed the way we think, it's changed our habits, and although I was initially reluctant, I had behaviour packages that couldn't wait until after the pandemic had finished in order to get the help that they need, because there was too much risk of them escalating. So I was like, well, what can I do to help these clients get through the next few weeks? And obviously with lockdown, it's also creating other issues and for dog owners with dogs with like separation anxiety, more generalised anxiety, and I'm getting an increase in aggression cases, which in all likelihood is in the majority of cases like fear aggression, which is all relating also to anxiety. And it's because we've just shaken up our dog's world. So like our worlds have been shaken up, and we've suddenly had a change in routine. So suddenly we've been in lockdown, and everything's become very intense. We're all at home, we're all bored. All that time our dogs would normally get as their chill out time, their relaxed time, have disappeared because we're bored. So we're looking for entertainment ourselves. So we're playing with our dogs a lot more. We're stimulating them. If we've got kids, they're a lot more. They're active, aren't they? They don't just sit still. So there's a lot more activity going on in households. So this has created a lot of problems for a lot of dog owners and also my clients. So whereas they had a certain set of issues going into the pandemic and were progressing with those nicely, other things are now cropping up as well. To get back to my main point was I've changed everything to go online now. So all my services are online, and the majority of them will remain online ongoing. And the reason for that is purely based on results. So I was apprehensive about doing stuff online. I enjoy doing in-person work. I really liked to be there. I like to meet the dogs. I'm all about the dogs. But I found that doing video analysis of behaviour and then doing online consultations, which involves a question and answer session and then an actual training session. So I'll use one of my stooge dogs and the client copies with their dog. And also then the support between consults as well is much better. So my clients are now sending me 1 to 3 videos a week on very strict guidelines, and the reason for that is safety. So we don't want to reduce our dog's safety or welfare just for the sake of getting a shot of a particular behaviour, because I don't need to see that. I know the dogs, we've been through the behaviour process, I've already analysed the behaviour, so now we're looking at sort of analysing the training, how the training is going, how the dogs are responding to it, and how the clients are coping with it. So they're sending me their 1 to 3 videos a week, and sometimes they're just a few seconds long, and sometimes they go on for a few minutes, and that's fantastic. I then get to look at that video, I analyse it, I make notes, and then we have Feedback Fridays where we get together, I call the clients, and we talk about what happened in those videos, what I liked about them. I always like to start with that because I see great things from my clients, so I like to see that and I like to talk to them about that, and then we look at exactly what the dog's doing, and if we missed any signs of behaviour, if we could have acted any quicker, if we could do anything differently that will help them both when they come into that situation again in the future. So often, while most of these things tend to be on walks where they're being filmed, so nobody's exposing their dogs to things that they're frightened of or etc., for the sake of photography. But obviously, as we avoid distractions, we're still capturing that reaction to the distraction or the thing that they're afraid of. So through that, we've been able to make fantastic progress. Through Feedback Fridays and the submission of video homework, we're keeping that momentum going, so I'm finding that connectivity is much greater. So it's increasing the contact I get with clients. So even throughout the week, they'll just contact me more with questions and stuff, which is exactly what they're paying for, and that's exactly what I want them to do. If they're not sure about anything, then I absolutely want them to get in contact with me, and for us to sort that out there and then, instead of leaving anything that could potentially be a bigger issue, or we want to keep that training momentum going basically and keep things improving. So I found through doing this online, it's just been a real game changer for reactivity and aggression cases, and therefore, how could you really go back to doing in-person work when you're getting better results, faster results, and seeing that improvement much quicker? So thanks very much, guys. Bye bye.